Guten Tag, welcome back to CFC TV. This is my review of the Chelsea vs Sunderland match. We won the game 3-1. I'm going to start with the lineup as usual, of course. Thibaut Courtois was in goal. Ivanovic on the right, John Terry and Zuma were the centre-back partnership, Azpilicueta as left-back. Matic and Cesc Fabregas in the holding mid positions. Hazard wasn't in the squad, so Pedro started on the left wing, Oscar is number 10, Willian on the right, and Diego Costa was up front. So basically Steve Holland just went with the safe option, you know, just with the players that he knows if perform, they are very, very good. It's just, I think, easy for him and probably was the wisest decision he could have gone for. And then we scored really early on after a corner by Ivanovic. Ivanovic scored, Willian took the corner. It was a header. It was a, nice goal. It was a bit of stand up for the special one just before the goal, and right after we scored there was a huge Jose Mourinho chant, which I'd enjoyed personally, if I'm going to be honest. And the second goal came after just 13 minutes by Pedro. It was a cross by Ivanovic. There was a little bit of the ball sort of tangled around between Costa, I think O'Shea, and then it sort of bounced a little bit off O'Shea, and Pedro just took a swing with his left foot and put it in. It was Pantilimon got a touch to it, but it was too well struck, too hard to keep it out for him. The rest of the first half, Oscar had another good chance where it was one of the worst defending I've ever seen by Sunderland at that moment. Oscar took the ball, I don't know, not far off the halfway line, and he just dribbled with it, not even proper running, he just dribbled with it, and took a turn to his right, and suddenly everybody was, he was on his own in front of the keeper. It was a good save, but still he should have scored that. Let me just think. I don't think there was another big chance that we missed. Maybe Willian had a decent chance. It was a good ball by, I can't remember, but he was alone in goal, in front of goal as well. He maybe could have done a little bit better there, but he was a little bit rushed because the I'm not sure if the ball was sort of played like behind him, so he had to turn around, or if his first touch wasn't great. Can't think of it right now. But yeah, Sunderland really had nothing in the first half, if I'm honest, like nothing. We coped with them well, and just after the second half started, we got a penalty. Great, lovely ball by Pedro after on a counter attack over to the right side to Willian, and Willian got brought down by Pantilimon, their keeper, in the box, but he wouldn't have scored, so it was the right decision because the referee gave only a yellow card, not a red card. And Oscar scored it in a Eden Hazard fashion, just stopping in the run-up a little bit, and then just rolling in the bottom corner, which, as we've seen with Hazard, is risky, but if it works, it works. Then not too long after that, just 3 minutes actually, Borini made it 3-1. I was a bit annoyed by it because we had the ball comfortably. Matic tried to, I think, pass it to Ivanovic, but he just misplaced the pass completely. Then Oscar had to make a foul. I'm not blaming him, he sort of had to make that foul, and from that free kick the goal came. It was a little bit of a weird free kick tactic, to be honest. It was sort of a little bit to the left of the goal, but still in front of the 18-yard box, and to put the cross sort of quite far to the right of the goal, and someone got a header to it, played across the goal. Courtois got a touch to it, but sort of tried to saved it with his hand, but it fell right in the path of Borini, and he just put it in the back of the net, which was a little bit typical defending for us this season, but no big deal. But you could clearly see after that we were shaky again. Like, as the second that goal went in, the confidence was down. The second the goal went in, the confidence was down, and you could clearly see that. After 71 minutes, Mikel came on for Fabregas. For Fabregas, it wasn't that clear, but he also got quite a few boos. He got some cheers as well, because I think it wasn't bad, but he got some boos. And then a few minutes later, Diego Costa came off for Lloyd Remy, and he got a lot of boos. A player never does deserve to be booed by your own fans. As I said in previous videos, if Hazard would have been available to play today, which he wasn't, I would have accepted booing him, because that would have meant that he made his injury look worse than it was last Monday. But for Costa, you know, obviously he hasn't performed, but I think he's always tried. You know, there was the incident with the bib at Tottenham, but still I think he tried, so he didn't really deserve it, even though he did play badly a lot of the times. But it's not cool to boo your own player. And we could clearly see that he was angry. He wasn't like upset, because like it sort of, he was, you know, looking very sad. He was just angry. And sadly enough, the way I know Diego Costa, he's not someone to take this on the chin and try to prove the fans wrong. I think he's just going to be annoyed by that now, and you know, just, well, if you're going to boo me, I don't give a fuck, which is the wrong approach. We all know that, but I think that's what might happen with Costa. Let's hope it doesn't, but that's sort of my suspicion what's going to happen. Pedro had a good chance later on in the game. He was one-on-one with the keeper, sort of tried to lob it, which is a bit stupid because Pantilimon is like 6'7" and he was standing up, not even like on the ground. So Pedro just sort of tried to have a low shot, but he didn't. You know, we were 3-1 up, and after the 82 minutes or something, Ramirez came on for Oscar just to see it out even more. Yeah, so I'm gonna go through players individually. Courtois, he had one great save quite late on, probably around 75 minutes or something. Very good save of the shot by Jermaine Defoe. Ivanovic obviously scored, sort of assisted the second goal. No mistakes, so I was happy with him. John Terry and Zuma played both very well. Zuma had a little bit of a misunderstanding with Thibaut Courtois in one situation, but you know, nothing happened, so that's fair enough. Azpilicueta looked, he looked good. You know, he looked really fighting for this performance. Like, he looked up for it. Matic, he had another, I don't know when it was, probably around 75 minutes, something like that, where we had the ball and he was facing the goal and he sort of tried to play it out or run away with it, and then he lost the ball. Oh yeah, and that's exactly when Thibaut Courtois made the great save from Jermaine Defoe after that. And as I mentioned before, Matic sort of cost us the goal, like the free kick that led to Sunderland's goal. So I was quite annoyed with Matic. He wasn't bad, but he still had those two moments. Fabregas, I felt he didn't have like the special pass in him, but he tried a few good passes. A few came off, a few didn't. But you know, that's what happens if you try the difficult passes. They don't always come off if you're not in like top form, and so that's fair enough. And I think he tried. As I said, I don't think he deserves to be booed. He always tried, he always cared, and I do not believe that he's the one that sort of started the whole stuff and going against Jose. That is in the media that apparently he started it. I don't believe that. Pedro was very good today. Obviously, he scored. He played well. He sort of set up William for the penalty before William got the penalty. Pedro was good. I was very happy with him. Oscar was man of the match for me. He controlled the game. He was the main man. He did everything. Every ball went to him in the first half, especially. He scored the penalty well. Yeah, William, he didn't have his greatest game, but he got the penalty. He had a few good moments. Yeah, I was happy with him. Costa, he was like crap. Let's be honest. He tried. He did a lot of running and some slide tackles defensively, and a good clearance after free kick in the first half and all of that. But he didn't do his job again. Let's be honest. Like he didn't have a huge chance. I can't remember one now, anyways. But still, it wasn't great. So to talk about the game overall, the first half was very good. The second half was okay. You know, it's important that we got the 3 points. I am a little bit annoyed by Oscar, because, not annoyed by him, but like I find it very weird that he played very badly in the last few weeks, but as soon as Jose's gone, He plays like, you know, one of his best games in a Chelsea shirt. Like, I'm not saying that's only because, or that's because Jose is gone. It might just be that he wasn't really one of those like Willian that really thrived under Jose this season, and he wasn't one of those that properly had a problem with him, maybe, or probably. So maybe he just sort of decided to take it to himself to, you know, try to win for us. Which, if that was the case, I'm very happy with, because better Oscar starts to perform like that now, then he never does perform like that. So I'm okay with that, really. And with Pedro, the other one that played really well, he had a few good games, obviously his first game, but lately he played well against Spurs, played well in another game. I think Porto it was it Porto? Not quite sure if he even played against Porto, but against Tottenham I remember he played quite well, and he was a bit unlucky not to get in the score sheet. So not blaming him. Obviously there was a lot of Jose Mourinho challenge, stand up for the special one. There was like banners with "You let Jose down, you let us down." There was one like 3 rats, Costa, Fabregas, and what was the third one? Hazard. Well, a lot of things like that, but that was expected, to be honest. As I said, Fabregas and Costa got booed, but especially Terry and Willian got proper cheers, which is good, because I think especially those two deserve it. And yeah, that's really all I have to say about the game. You know, it's important that we got the 3 points. Let's hope we can get another 3 at home against Watford on Boxing Day. And just before the match, Gus Hiddink got appointed as the new interim manager until the end of the season, which, as I said before, yesterday or something, is good. I'm happy with that. I hope we can do something similar to what he did the first time he was here. He won us the FA Cup, got us to the Champions League semi-final, and you know, we didn't get to the final because of some UEFA loaner circumstances. But yeah, maybe we can beat PSG. Who knows how far we can go? Maybe we can win the FA Cup, and let's see how far up the table we can go. As I said in my video yesterday, it is time to move on. As much as I hate Jose not being our manager, we have to move on. I think that's taken a little bit away today is that Man United lost to Norwich. Man United haven't won in the last 6 Premier League games, 3 draws and now 3 losses. And obviously they crashed out the Champions League. So and Jose always wanted to go to Man United. So if we're unlucky, we might play Jose